We are doing our projects on a centimeter, and we are
Svitlana Kuklenko, 4th period.
Maria Sukhanova, 2nd period.
Veronica Luu, 5th period.
A centimeter is a unit of length in the metric system, equal to 1/100th of a meter. Centi being the international system of units prefix for a factor of 1/100th. The centimeter was the base unit of length in the now discontinued centimeter gram second system of units. The meter, the basic length of unit in the SI system, has been defined as the length of path traveled by light in vacuum during a time interval of 1/299,792,458th of a second since 1983.
Around 1790, the Commission of France, who you will be hearing about later, assigned the word meter to the unit of length in the metric system. The word meter was derived from the Greek word metron, meaning a measure. The prefix centi means 1/100th from the Latin language, whereas came the words cent, percent, and of course, centimeter.
The French scientist Gabriel Mouton is considered by most historians the founding father of the metric system. In 1670, he proposed a decimal system of measurement where Mouton based the meter on the length of 1 minute of arc of a great circle of the earth, now called a nautical mile, the equivalent of 1,852 meters. In 1790, the National Assembly of France requested the French Academy of Sciences to deduce an invariable standard for all the measures and all the weights. In response, the commission appointed by the Academy created a system that was simple and scientific. The unit of length was to be a fraction of the Earth's circumference, and measure of volume and mass were to be derived from the unit of length.
The development of a standardized method of measurement became a great convenience to the users of the system, since it eliminated the need to use irregular numbers to convert to other units. People just need to multiply or divide by 10, which is easy. Permanent standards for the meter and the kilogram were crafted from platinum, and these standards became official in France by an act of December 10, 1799. Other nations started to adopt the metric system after France made its use obligatory in 1840. In 1875, the international agreement known as the Convention of the Meter, or the Treaty of the Meter, established well-defined metric standards for length and mass and the permanent mechanisms to suggest and adopt further adjustments in the metric system. It was signed by 17 countries, including the United States. By 1900, a total of 35 nations have officially accepted the metric system.
Today, we use centimeters to measure the amount of rainfall or snowfall a region receives in scales and maps, and to measure the length of objects and people. To measure in centimeters, you can use a ruler. A ruler usually consists of 12 inches on one side and 30 centimeters on the other side. To use it, grab your object. In this case, it's a pen. Place one end of the object on the end where it says 0 centimeters and read where the object's length ends. In this case, with this pen, it's 14 centimeters long. Some tips you can have in mind while using a ruler is not to bend them, unless it specifically says that it's a bendable ruler. Don't use a ruler that is crooked or not accurately numbered, and be sure one end of the object is lined up with 0 centimeters and read the endpoint straight down to the ruler.
You can also use a tape measure. A tape measure is a flexible ruler consisting of ribbon of cloth, plastic, fiberglass, or metal strip with the linear measurement markings. Surveyors use a tape measure in lengths of over 100 meters, and the longest tape measure ever made was by Justin Rowe in 1956 at 180 meters long.
To use a self-retracting tape measure, unwind the tape to a reasonable length, secure with this clip so it doesn't wind back, and use it the same way as with the ruler. After you're done, loosen the clip so it winds back.
We've got two types of tape measures, the roll-up tape measure and the self-retracting tape measure. Both have a hook that sticks out when rolled up to aid measuring, but the self-retracting tape measure is made out of a harder tape and is usually longer than a roll-up tape measure.
To use the roll-up tape measure, you unwind the tape to a reasonable length where it will lock automatically, used just like a ruler. With the case of this highlighter, it is 11 centimeters long. Press the button to wind it back.
Major tip, do not play with it.
It's not a toy.
You'll have a good chance of breaking it.
Finally, you can use a meter stick. It is a ruler that is 1 meter long or 100 centimeters long. It is great for big or small objects. Use it just like a ruler. For example, this pen is 14 centimeters long.
System plays a huge role in today's everyday life.